It feels like just yesterday that AI making a realistic picture from a text prompt was pure science fiction. Well, now it's just a Tuesday. And things are speeding up, like, a lot. It's kicking off this huge debate. Are we building something we can't actually control? It's a question we really need to dig into.
And let's be real, this isn't just some late-night dorm room question anymore. Every single time a new AI model blows past what humans can do, we have to ask ourselves, is this a race we're even ready to win? I mean, what does the finish line even look like?
Well, according to a whole lot of very smart people, we're talking hundreds of scientists, former government officials, and big names, the answer is a clear and resounding yes. They've all put their names on something called the Declaration of Humanity, which is basically a giant call to just pause for a second and figure out a safe plan before we go any further.
Okay, so to really get what this declaration is all about, you first have to understand just how big this concern is. This isn't just a few worried researchers in a lab somewhere. Nope. This is a massive, widespread feeling among both experts and the public that, hey, something has got to change.
And you can really see this in the numbers. Get this, a staggering 95% of Americans are against creating uncontrolled superintelligence. 95%. You can't get that many people to agree on pizza toppings. This isn't about politics, it's a huge, clear signal from the public that we need some serious guardrails, and we need them now.
And that's exactly where the Declaration of Humanity comes in. But look, it's not just another warning sign. It's an actual blueprint, a plan for a total shift in how we think about AI, one that puts human safety and well-being right at the center of everything.
The Declaration basically lays out two very different futures for us. It's a fork in the road. Down one path, AI just makes inequality worse, takes jobs, and hands even more power over to a few big companies that don't answer to anyone. But on the other path, the safer one, AI becomes a tool that helps us, something that expands what we're all capable of. And that's the path this roadmap is trying to steer us toward.
So the big question is, how do we actually get on that safer path? Well, this declaration isn't just about wishful thinking. It gives us a really clear framework built on 4 key pillars of safety. Let's break them down.
All right, first up, we have to maintain human control. The idea is that AI should always be a tool, not something that makes its own decisions. Second, we need to stop all the power from ending up in one place, to avoid creating these giant, unaccountable tech giants. Third, we've got to protect our personal freedom, which is absolutely critical when AI runs on our data. And finally, number 4, we need corporate accountability. The people and companies building this tech have to be responsible for its impact. These are the absolute basics.
Now, building on top of those principles, the Declaration gets even more specific. It lays out a set of strict, non-negotiable rules. These are the hard lines that it says we just cannot cross if we want to stay safe.
And these rules are super clear. Rule 1, ban the creation of superintelligence until we can actually prove it's safe, period. Rule 2, every single AI system has to have a mandatory off switch, a big red button that a human can push to shut it down, no questions asked. And third, we need serious limits on AIs that can just copy and improve themselves without any human oversight.
So, you might be wondering why all the urgency? Why is this happening right now? Well, because this isn't some far-off theoretical problem anymore. We're seeing things happen in real time that show the risks of doing nothing are just getting bigger every single day.
For example, there was this recent dust-up between the Pentagon and the AI company Anthropic, and what it basically showed was a massive weakness. Our government and our rules just can't keep up with how fast the tech is moving. And that lag, well, it's not just some bureaucratic headache anymore. It's becoming a real threat to national security.
Experts are starting to make this really powerful analogy. They're saying we should treat AI like we treat new medicines, right? You wouldn't let a drug company just release a new pill without tons of safety tests. The argument is that powerful AI, which could literally change our entire society, needs at least that same level of prove it safe first scrutiny.
And all of this leads to one final, huge question. Are we heading toward a future where a new AI model needs something like a safety label, a certification, before it can be released to the public? The Declaration argues that's the only responsible way forward. So now, the question for all of us is, are we gonna take that path?